So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Games, and with the help of James also on Zephyr Games, who does play Tenyis the most out of all of us as far as I know, so he's my Tenyi master, Tenyi sensei, as you could say. With his help I've come up with Tenyi God, so mixing the Tenyis with the Egyptian gods to make almost a control style variant of the deck. I'll explain why. It's a lot more control, but you can mix and match with the gods to determine which kind of build and play style you want to play with. Using the Tenyis for your tribute summons, which they can actually get more than 3 monsters on the board very easily to help you go into your tribute summons for the gods, while also maintaining their own playstyle and their own form of control with the counter traps and everything. The options for the extra deck is very wide now with the Tenyis, so the gods have a lot more support in terms of like what they can get onto the board. It's a overall very fun deck. I want to try and expand on the god side a bit more, putting in things like the true name and card advance, just so I can search out the gods a lot easier, as opposed to just hoping that I draw into them, hoping I open with them to have the gods on play. So I'll run through the build. I'll explain what choices you can take out to make it a bit more control, and I'll explain where the control aspect is. So starting off with your gods, we're focusing more on Slifer the Sky Dragon. Now this is the control aspect of the deck. As you can see, you got the new artwork there, or reprint of one of the old artworks I finally got. So Slifer's main ability, as if everyone knows, is that he gains not only 1,000 attack for each card in your hand, which the Tenyis can support with very easily. I'll explain that when I get to the spells. But also, anytime I'll read it off just so you have the exact wording. If a monster or monster's normal special summon to your opponent's side from the face-up attack position, that monster or monster loses 2,000 attack. Then if its attack has reduced to 0 as a result, destroy it. So what it is that while Slifer is in play, if your opponent wants to keep a monster on board, they have to either always summon in defense mode if the monster is 2k or less, they have to summon in defense mode, or if they want to try and kill it, so long as Slifer has 1,000 attack, they have to summon something that's at least 3k to even clash to Slifer while he's just at 1,000. That's just his like second to lowest stat. Like if he has nothing, they have to summon something obviously. Still with 3k, they have to summon something with 3k. So even at his lowest attack, which is nothing, they have to summon something with 3,000 attack just to punch over him. Which is insane. And link monsters, they're not link summoning 2 or link 1, link 2s or lower. They're not link summoning that, because as far as my knowledge goes, any link monster with link 2 or below is 2,000 or less. Like, so they're not link summoning the lowest. They have to jump to link 3 and above if they want to link summon. So Slifer, if you give me a protection, he's a very strong lock on your opponent just by being on the board. So that's why we're focusing on Slifer, because the Tenyis can support his attack buff very well, while also just being able to get the tributes for him. I am also though playing in a small wire engine in forms of 2 sphere modes and 1 wire itself. Just so if I am going second and I open the sphere mode, I can like sphere mode my opponent. If they somehow give sphere mode back to me, I'm getting a wire on my next turn. But also if I just want to punch in for further damage, instead of like focusing on Slifer, I can get the sphere mode out and summon Ra with 4k, and just start popping monsters off the board and just going for game. So that is the god element of the deck. It's a small god element, but it does its job. The rest of it is essentially Tenyi, but you're playing Tenyi slightly differently. Your main focus is different if you open up with the gods. So you're basically playing 3 of each Tenyi. So 3 Vishuddhas, 3, I haven't learned the names, so 3 Adars, 3 copies of Mapuas, 3 copies of Chitana, and 3 copies of Nahata. Like, you're literally maxing out on all of the Tenyis because you want to open with at least 2 Tenyis if you can. One at the very least to get you your Link 1 on board, and then if you open up with the search spell, you know, you can then search the other Tenyi, but you want to open up with as many Tenyis in your hand as you can, just to help facilitate your plays. Again, at least two to three Tenyis. And then we're also playing to round up the monsters, 2 copies of Mare. You can bump this up if you want. If you want to drop one of the Tenyis down, you can do so. If you want to see Mare a lot more, but Mare is your main way of getting the 3 tributes on board. Because if you guys know how to play Tenyi, you'll know that with the help of Shaman in the extra deck, you can get back the Mare, and then you can reduce its level by thrice per turn. So you can reduce it by 3, get 3 tokens on board, so you can either go into further link plays or synchro plays, or in terms for us, you're getting 3 tokens on the board to then sack them off for the god. So the Tenyis can do the whole play without using their normal summon, which is very, very powerful for the god as an engine. So you can do your whole play, get your Mare out with the Shaman, get 3 tokens on board, sacrifice all 3 for your god, whether it's sphere mode for damage, or even game if my math is correct. Yeah, it would be game. If all of them attack directly, because you'll end on your board with a 4k VAR, a 2/1 Mare, and a 2k, I believe, Shaman. I believe Shaman's at 2k, Shaman's at 16. That can be game there, or at least close to game. I think it's like over 6k damage, so that's very, very powerful. If it all goes through directly. So you got that. So then you'll be left with a Mare and a Shaman, which you can either go off into a Link 3, or like your Berserker, so you could do like 7k damage to your opponent, or you can just leave them all on board. So there's that as well. That's it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells, I'm playing 3 of the field spell, which is Flawless Perfection of the Tenyi. This is your way of getting Slifer to higher attack. So if you end on your board with a the Link 3 Berserker, using both your Shaman and your Mare and a Slifer on the board. If you got this in play, the moment your opponent special summons a monster, it's going to get popped by Slifer if it's 2k or less, and you get to net yourself 2 draws, buffing up Slifer by 2k attack. So this is the main combo that I saw in the deck, the main synergy that I saw. Like, hang on a minute, the Flawless of the Tenyi with Slifer is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty powerful, and I managed to work away. Me and James managed to work away on the build to get this to work. I am playing an additional field spells though: 1 Mounded Bound Creator, 1 Terraforming, 1 Set Rotation. And so if I want to get Mounded Bound Creator on the board just to protect my god, after I've used and abused the Flawless of Tenyi, I can either search it with Terraforming or Set Rotation. You know, just get it onto the board, get my Slifer some massive protection. 3 copies of Vessels of the Dragon Cycle. This is to help you search your Tenyi monsters, as well as also getting Mare into the graveyard. We're also playing 1 copy of Foolish Burial for that as well. And 3 copies of Cool Body Grey, because a lot of searching in this day, and I don't want it to be stopped by simple Ash. And 1 copy of Monster Born to round up the spells, and then 3 copies of Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi, just for those negation plays with the god. You know, a god with negation is actually pretty powerful, especially if that god is Slifer, locking your opponent out from certain plays. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. The extra deck is also pretty simple. Playing 2 copies of Berserker the Tenyi. It's a big boss monster. This again is backed up with Ra. You're doing 7k damage if you can get that play off. This is very, very not bad. 2 copies of Shaman of Tenyi. You only need 2 copies, so for your budget players out there, you've got everything of this deck except for the Shamans. You can just get these, like 2 of these, and that's it. Move these down a bit more. 1 copy of Link Creebo for the additional Link plays with your level 1. 3 copies of Monk of the Tenyi is the one you're going to be using and abusing, summoning the most. So that's always your starter play. And just 2 additional links. I'm playing YUGIOH and YUGIOH. YUGIOH for those extra draws, help you get into the gods if you can pull it off. And YUGIOH is just there to help out problematic monsters that you're going to be facing. One of these I realised I can't actually summon, which is the Yazi. I did play the Destroyer in the deck, which is why Yazi's in the extra deck. Destroyer's in the side deck at the moment. So if you didn't want to play the VAR engine, if you want to take all the VAR parts out and just focus literally on Slifer, I'd put in the Destroyer just to help you go into Yazi, because Yazi, pulling off the Yazi going second is still the same Mare play. Which then if you can pull that off without using your normal summon, you can then sack off the tokens that Mare creates for your god, and then you can go off with further link plays. It's the same reason why I'm playing Baxia, though I can actually summon Baxia because you've got the level 7 Tenyi that summons itself, and you've got the level 1 tuner, so you can make Baxia and Slifer Emerald and Omega pretty easily. You also got the 1 Digusted Emerald because, you know, shuffling monsters back and it's off the ban list, so that's always good. And then, as James probably got in his extra deck as well, 1 copy of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. If they do pop your counter trap, you can just summon the Ultimate Dragon for free. So backing that up again with a card is pretty good, if you ask me. It's a fun little tech I'm just playing in the extra deck. Again, just for the counter trap play. Again, if they do pop it, you can get yourself a free Ultimate Dragon. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you think of this. I'm always trying to make the gods work. Always trying to find a way to make the gods work. I was playing like Guard Dragon God, Crusadia God. I was just playing like standard tribute, get a whole bunch of ones on the field, tribute God. So, but I feel like the Tenyi just fits the gods a lot easier, a lot better. As I said, I'm going to try and work around the ratios. I'm trying to fit in the true name engine just so I can search the gods if I need to. So that's something I'm going to be playing around with. So as always, guys, like, comment and subscribe. Yes, I'm not playing Obelisk just because Obelisk just does not really suit the god this deck. You don't really need him. Everything Obelisk can do, a vast summon through spear mode can just do a lot better. And overall, it doesn't help Slifer at all. So he doesn't do anything that Slifer does. He's just literally, I'm here. When you summon Obelisk, all you're saying is like, yeah, cool, I got a god on the board, I'm just gonna punch you with it. You know, like if you got additional monsters on the board, yes, you can wipe out the field and swing. But again, the Ra could just do that a lot better if you can get him out with the spear mode. So as well as why I'm not playing Obelisk. If you want to play Obelisk, go for it. If you want to literally take this build and put in Obelisk, I'd literally take out one of the 3 Slifers, put in an Obelisk, you know, 2 Slifers, 1 Obelisk, 2 Spear modes and a Ra. I couldn't fit the Phoenix mode in here as well. That's in the side deck. If I want to go full on VAR, I can side that in. But again, as always, guys, rambling on. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Dad here from YUGIOH. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. And make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always, guys, happy dueling.